When you think of the Masters, of course, you think of golf. You probably think of names like Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, and Jack Nicklaus. But when you picture it, what do you see? Serene landscapes and flawless florals whose roots are the roots of the tradition unlike any other.
A lot of the history that revolves around this land and the adjoining land and the National and just the neighborhood, it belonged, a lot of it, to the Fruitland Nursery. Time back in the day when they were doing all of fruit trees and those kind of things, and it was a large expanse that originally converted over to where the National is now, and a lot of that space and a lot of these neighborhoods and stuff, that's what it used to be.
The land that is now Augusta National was previously Fruitland Nursery, owned by the Berkmans family. Across the street, tucked away in a residential neighborhood for more than 80 years, is Bedford Greenhouses, which has been maintained as a family-owned business, though passed through a few different families.
At the end of the day, we still like to think and claim that we're like a mom and pop and still hold those, small business roots. And even though we get busy and there might be a full parking lot and people parking on the street and having to lug stuff all over the place, we still kind of adopt and enjoy, being like the small town nursery. And we're just in a pretty great location. And so that helps as well.
With neighbors that set a high standard for landscaping, as you'd expect, Bedford Greenhouses sees a lot of business from those trying to be gracious hosts for guests that travel to Augusta from all over the world. General Manager Trey Simpson says, though, their customers try to get ahead of the game.
We have a pretty big rush ahead of time. A lot of people here in Augusta, they rent their houses for the patrons that go to the Masters. So a lot of people coming into town, they rent houses and they stay close by, which we're right across the street. So a lot of our customers, they want everything to be, pristine and beautiful and floral, and it's big and it makes an impact and it creates a show. So we try and make sure we prepare for that and we have those things so that our customers can come in well into early February sometimes, and they can go ahead and make it look like it's been there for a few months, so that when the patrons come in and everybody's here in town, it's this beautiful floral display, and we help accommodate that and just be a part of that. And so where a lot of nurseries and garden centers, April is when it starts to pick up. We're a lot earlier just because we have that need, and we try and at least prepare a little bit for it.
You'd think that with such thriving florals, there'd have to be something in the water, and there kind of is.
It is somewhat on a floodplain with the canal and the river, and so there's a lot of that really good, like floodplain soil. It's black and it's rich, and it's almost like the low country of South Carolina in a way. It's just good soil. And then you have the hill area, that extends up to the sand hills, and we're kind of at the bottom of it here on this side. So it definitely helps plants, and plants are, happier in the richer soil. And that probably is what lended to, in this space specifically, lended to so much of what you see on the National, like the azaleas and so much of what grows well and does well here. It just became so prominent and prominently sold and used in landscaping and design work, and then at the National, adopted it as well. And it's just like the forefront of so many things that they do, yeah.
An unlikely pair, plants and sports, but a partnership that's mutually beneficial 90 years later.
It's pretty awesome. I'm a huge plant nerd myself, so it's pretty cool to see so much crossover and so much appreciation for certain plants and flowers, and just the pristine nature of making everything look so pretty and healthy and full and taking care of things. So it is cool that something as prominent as the Masters and the tournament and the Augusta National, pours so much into making sure the plant life and everything is just so lush and nice and green. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty awesome to see.
In Augusta, Claire Foley, Watch Fox Sports.